Hey, welcome back to Gear Daddy. I'm your host, Daddy Troy. Today's topic is backyard home theaters. In this episode, we'll discuss projectors, screens, and sound systems. And this episode was made in collaboration with Man of the House.
Dude, that is a big screen.
It's a 16-footer.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. With the advent of cheaper projectors, the family movie night has moved outside and into the backyard.
It's lovely.
Really, it's not that hard for a dad to do. All you need are 4 pieces of equipment: a screen, a projector, a way to get the movie into the projector, like a DVD player or a computer, and finally a sound system.
How about a movie?
And you need the movie as well.
5 things.
Now what you see here is actually a pretty expensive rig. It's about $10,000, maybe a little bit above the average dad's budget. Our first hint of this episode is that you don't have to buy this. You can actually rent it. We found a company here in Austin called Funflix. They're actually nationwide, and they will come to your house and set the whole thing up for you. I've got Daryl, the owner, with us today. He's going to walk us through it. What I really like about this is for the dad who wants to focus on the party and the kids or the friends, he can write a check and be done with it, and you guys handle all the technology.
Absolutely. Our services are full service. We show up with a technical host, sets up the screen, the sound system, the projection. You hand him a movie. He does the rest.
One of the other things I like about your service is that you have high-end equipment, so your projector probably has got more lumens, I would imagine.
It does. Most people who would buy your standard projector for home use would buy a projector that's 15 to 2,500 lumens, and that's not quite as effective as you need it to be for an outdoor environment. We use high lumens projectors and high output sound systems to compete with ambient light and noises that you might have outdoors.
We can find out more about Funflix at funflix.com on the web, and then there are Funflix all over the nation as well.
They are. We're actually in 19 states currently.
If you're a dad who does want to actually buy some of your own gear, that's possible. Daddy Owen, one of the dads at DadLabs, has actually done that. We're going to go over to his backyard next. So here we are at Owen's backyard home theater, and it's actually your front yard home theater. I know it's a big integral part of what you guys do. I thought you might tell us a little bit about it.
We're actually big believers in being in the front yard. We're like front yard livers, so we can interact with our neighbors and people passing by. We're also big believers that a film should be an event. So when an electronics store started going out of business, we invested in a video projector. We had a friend who had a screen that was in their garage, and we were able to set it up. We set it up in our front yard, and we hooked it up to the laptop. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it than I know how to do it, but the fact that I can do it means that anyone can do it. To make it even cooler, one of the neat things that's available now is with Netflix, you can stream movies.
I think this is a great example of you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get the outdoor home theater working. So about how much did the projector cost, do you remember?
In between $200 and $300.
Which is still not a big chunk of change.
No.
How do you guys do the sound?
We actually use what's basically an iPod player, and we just run a small cord into the computer, play it that way.
And I noticed that the screen's not huge.
Not huge.
But still, you can get how many people around here watching a film, you think?
Oh, we've had like 40 folks
40
watching
folks,
a movie,
right?
yeah.
So you don't have to go super big to have a nice intimate theater in your backyard.
Without a doubt.
How many lumens is your projector?
Is that a kind of nut, the lumen?
Not a nut. You know, a lot of people end up spending a lot of their money on the projector and this whole setup, and the one thing you're going to judge a projector by is how many lumens or how much light it puts out. So let's do a little bit of Lumens 101. Well, here I am at the world headquarters of Screen Innovations with Ryan Gustafson, and we're going to ask some questions about screens and projectors. So Dad wants to get a screen for his outdoor home theater. What are some things he should think about?
You know, most projectors are around 700 to 800 lumen, but get as many as you can for your dollar. Typically, the higher lumen projectors cost a little bit more, but you're going to get more out of lumens than you are contrast ratio. Don't get caught up in the contrast ratio. The screen will make more of a difference there. The higher the lumen, the better off you are.
Some dads would choose motorized screens over non-motorized. Are there any recommendations there?
Yeah, the most popular is motorized, and they actually take the motorized screen and mount it into a soffit, so it's flush. When it gets windy or rainy, it goes away. Any white or gray screen will work really well at night. There's no reason it doesn't work, and that'll keep your costs down. There is a new technology out there called Black Diamond, which is our proprietary technology that actually allows you to use the projector during the day. And you can actually basically take any projector and use it in the twilight, morning hours, whatever the case may be, and still get a really watchable image.
Okay, so a dad wants to get a good screen. How much is it going to cost him?
So you can get a really good screen now starting around 500 bucks.
Really?
Is it amazing? No, but it's good. A Black Diamond screen, our new technology, would cost you more around $2,500.
A dad's going to go out and buy a projector, and he's going to see all this technology, LCD, DLP. Could you tell me a little bit about which projectors are in and which ones are out?
Most popular technologies by far, DLP historically was and still owns a lot of market share, but the new latest and greatest is actual LCOS. Black levels compared to LCD or DLP are even better with LCOS. Resolution is extremely good, and the prices come down significantly.
And in terms of the projector, the distance the projector is from the screen, any issues there when I'm buying a projector I need to look at given like the dimensions of my backyard?
We have a tool on our website called the Projector Wizard that'll allow you to go in and real quickly determine that. Most projectors actually give you the ability to zoom in significantly. So if you're 10 feet away, you might be able to do all the way down to an 80-inch and all the way up to 120.
Well, that's all this week for DadLabs. If you have any thoughts about backyard home theaters, go over to dadlabs.com. We've got forum discussions. You can post pictures of your theater there. We want to hear from you. Also, a big shout out to our partners in this production, Man of the House.